Hello everyone, hope you're doing alright. Welcome back. This lesson is about psychology. Originally, this video was about draw on liquidity, but once I wrote down the things I wanted to tell you guys, it turned more into a psychology lesson. So I think it's important to first go over psychology, and then tomorrow, Saturday, we'll go over draw on liquidity. Then Sunday, we'll go over willingness of price and how to react instead of predict price. So let's hop into it for a little bit. I want you guys to understand that there's no plug and play system for this stuff. It's going to take time and experience to learn it. It's not going to just come to you. What I mean by that is you're not going to open a trading view chart and it's going to tell you exactly where it's going to go every single day. It's not going to happen. You need to put in the work. You need to put in the hours to analyze the chart and to study it and make your own logic and reasoning behind why stuff is happening and why it should move in your direction. That's how you are going to determine your draw on liquidity. So don't take the easy way out. There's not going to be an easy way out. If you think or if you search for an easy way out like signals or other stuff, I'm going to tell you straight up, it's not going to work. You're not going to become rich by just following or copying someone else. Which leads me to the next point, because I think a lot of people go wrong with copying others. For example, ICT is a great trader. How did ICT become so extremely good in trading? He studied the charts for over, I think, 30 years and then made up his own logic and reasoning behind the stuff he's trading. So he made up his own logic and reasoning as to why things should happen as they happen, as to why the patterns in the market work. He made up his own logic. He made up his own understanding of the market. Now, I'm not telling you there is not an algorithm behind the market. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I'm also not telling you that there is an algorithm behind the market, because if I'm being honest, I don't know. I don't have the market maker on speed dial. I don't know what's behind the market. And just because some guy told me that there's an algorithm behind the market, nothing against ICT, because I use his concepts. He's a great guy, a great trader, but I just can't assume that there's an algorithm behind the market. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't trade his concepts, and that doesn't mean that I don't use the same logic to trade the concepts. What do I mean by that? I still use the concepts of an algorithm. So liquidity, people trapped, etc., the order blocks, the other PD arrays, because the reasoning and the logic behind that suits me. And then I built on the foundation that ICT gave me and build my own understanding and my own logic of the market. And that's exactly where I excelled at, in all humbleness, because I think I can improve more. But if you study all the great traders that, for example, I follow on Twitter, I know some great, incredible traders. These traders don't follow others. These traders made their own understanding, their own logic, their own methodology. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. But their own methodology, their own logic of the market. They went into the market, they forward tested or back tested and saw what was happening. Why is it happening? And why is the market doing what it's doing? Of course, they got a foundation from someone else like ICT, but they let go of the helping hand of ICT and then went into the market on their own, and then they excelled. And that is exactly the reason why some people are so extremely good at trading. And that is also exactly the reason why some people are stars and why some people are sheep that just follow other people. Because if you just follow and copy these other people blindly, it won't make any sense to you. It really won't. It doesn't make sense to you. Even if it just made a little bit sense to you, it's not unique for you. You need to find your own unique way of looking at the market, whether that's through ICT, liquidity concepts, whether that's through support and resistance, whether that's through supply and demand. I don't give a fuck what you do, as long as you're making money. That's what it's all about, making money. And then as long as you have your own logic and your own understanding of the market, and it works and you're making money, perfect. That's all you need. And then to argue whether there's an algorithm, whether it's run by supply and demand, who cares? Who cares? It's about the money you make and not about whether it's true that there's an algorithm. It's true that it's run by supply and demand. No, I'm right. You're wrong. No one cares. It's about how much money you make. The best way and to get the best out of yourself is to follow your own path. Not let ICT tell you what to do and how you should trade, just for example's sake. But you need to make your own understanding of price and your own strategy of price and why something is happening. That's when you excel. When you look at guys like LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Messi, Ronaldo, they don't copy others. Others may copy them, but they will never be as great. They became so good at what they do because they found their own unique style. LeBron James isn't the greatest copier of Michael Jordan. No, he's his own unique individual. Ronaldo didn't become so good because he is great at copying other great footballers. No, it's not how it works. So I hope that made some sense. So please, what I'm trying to tell you here is there's no plug and play system for a draw on liquidity. If I show you my system on how I get to a draw on liquidity, it's all inside my brain. You can't copy my brain. You can't copy ICT's brain on how to get to a draw on liquidity. ICT and I may come to the same draw on liquidity, but in total different ways, which is okay. It's fine because I'm releasing a notion, like I said in the previous video, and it's called Ario's helping hand. It's just to get you started, just to give you a push in the right direction, and then you create your own narrative and your own understanding and your own strategy, but it's just to give you a little push. Now, the reason why it's called Ario's helping hand is because I'm giving you a hand, and I'm taking your hand and I'm dragging you and I'm pushing you further across the line. That's what I'm doing. It's not called Ario is here to tell you what to do for the rest of your life and copy me and you'll be a millionaire. If anyone is telling you that, they are a scammer. Yes, they can teach you the language, but you have to let go of someone and then have the courage and the balls to say, thank you for your time, but now it's time for me to create my own understanding and my own strategy and my own thing, and that's when I excel, and that's where I'll become so good at something. So please understand this. And whether that's through a rule-based system, discretionary system, so discretionary trading, intuition trading, perfectly fine. Do whatever you want. Whether it's through supply and demand, perfectly fine. I just want you to know, stop copying others. Stop blindly following others. It's you that's so unique. You can be just as good as ICT, but in your own way. You can become even greater than ICT, but in your own way. Now that leads me to the next thing, is your brain. Your brain is something that has been developing over 1.7 million years. It's something so strong, so unique. Treat it well. You need to treat it with healthy habits, healthy food, healthy feedback, positive feedback. Don't get angry at yourself for making a mistake. Turn every that you think is negative into a positive thing. For example, if I took a loss here, it might just be a great positive lesson that I took from it. So every that you think is negative, because I don't think negative things exist if you're on the right path. If you're on the right path, nothing is negative. It's just that your mind has a negative stamp on it. It's not negative, it's just you can't see the long-term consequence of that so-called negative thing, but it's actually very positive because it leads to something else. I hope that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, then come back at a later stage in life or a later stage in your trading career, and it might make more sense. And this, don't get me wrong, this is not to take a shot at others, because I'm not better than you, or I'm not better than someone else. But please understand your own powers, because ICT is not better than you, or LeBron James is not a better human being than you. You are just as great as them. You just have to find your own unique ability. And this is not only about trading, it's about everything in life. Because if you want to become a great business owner, I'm not going to copy Jeff Bezos. Because what works for Jeff Bezos won't work for me. I need to find my own unique style. It's with everything in your life. It's just like food, because some food will make you feel so good, but maybe they'll make me feel super bad. They'll make me ill. What works for others won't always work for you. Find your own unique path. Trust your brain especially if you're a discretionary trader, trust your brain. Our brain is our edge over algorithms. Remember that. Have the courage to take the step and stop watching others and excel at your own understanding. If you're just copying someone else's methodology, you'll never excel at your own understanding, and you'll never excel and become your own star, your own unique star. You can be just as great as a LeBron James, as a Michael Jordan, as a Ronaldo, as a Messi, as whoever you want to be. But remember to be yourself, be unique, create your own understanding. So, tomorrow, Saturday, we talk about draw on liquidity. I'm going to teach you my way of coming to a draw on liquidity, and understand that way is to help you give a push in the right direction. But what works for me might not work for you. Keep that in mind with everything that you do in life. Please, please, please. You'll never excel at something if you just copy others. Stars are born by being unique, not by copying others. Remember that. Thank you for listening to this little rant. I hope you took something from it. I hope you find it insightful, and I'll see you tomorrow at the draw on liquidity video. Thank you.